Hey guys, I'm back again. This time I'm bringing the definitive tutorial to teach you guys how to install the full version data plus OBB and also the update and how to make it work on Android from 7 to 11 and especially on Android 12 and 13 since my new phone runs Android 12 and my old app 2.10 didn't work. So I ask you to really pay attention to every detail because after I explain you how to install the update and everything, the to make it work on Android 12 it's a little bit tricky, but we can make this work. So let's get started. I'll show you from the beginning. You're gonna need this app to install the update and this app to access the internal memory on Android 12 and 13. Okay, so both of them are free at Play Store, so you can download them in there. So first things, this video is the main video of the channel and it's in this one that you're going to find everything. So these two links here on Mediafire and Google Drive will lead you to these two folders. On Google Drive, you're going to get access to this folder where you get the map showing where are the new ideal maps for drifting, the full version data plus OBB, and the update. Plus, for Android 12, you have to download what's inside of this folder here. So in here, you're gonna get the new app for Android 12 and 13, and also you're gonna need this folder here. I mean, this folder, no, this file, which is the original OBB. If you already have it in your phone and in a separate folder, you can use that. You don't need to download this, but you're gonna need the original OBB when we are going to install it on Android 12 and 13. That's the tricky part I told before. So I will explain in a few minutes. The same applies on Mediafire. You're gonna get the same files here and also in here, okay? So I have already downloaded. Let me just close these three files, including this one. So here, I already got them here, the four files, the new app, the full version, the locked update, and the original OBB. I extracted them here. So as you can see, I don't have the game installed in my phone, so I can really show you every step to make it work, okay? So let me just turn down the volume so when I open the game it won't record the sound so it doesn't get copyright on YouTube. And let's get started. First things, let's update the game. I will install this app first so I can teach you how to install in the version from 7 to 11, okay? But before doing this, let's update what's inside of this folder with this one. So the update brings this DFF, which is the Honda S2000 from Suki. And in here we have new Clio folders and these two folders here, which brings the new roads and other things that I fixed. So let's go to the full version. We're going to get to data, open this, delete this folder, we won't need it. Look, there are 25 items inside of it. We can delete. And yes, that's just it. Let's get started. First, let's get from the update. This folder we can cut and bring to here, data, and place it here. Replace everything it asks to. Cool. So there are 93 now. And here we have the data folder, place it here, and the TXT read here. So what's important? Before doing anything else, let's go to the folder of the new app. We're gonna get just one thing that I fixed. We can delete this because it's in there too already. So in here, I'm going to get these two files. Actually, yeah, even for those who are not going to use for Android 12 and 13. So we're going to bring here, 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 here and place them here. Replace. What is it? This new adjustable is set for bigger screens, like this my new phone, which has a bigger screen. So with this new adjustable CFG, the speedometer will be in the correct position with the buttons. And if you have a smaller screen, like my other phone, which is Android 10, you can use this one, okay? Just this. So it's almost updated. So the last thing which is missing is this thing here, the new Honda S2000. So what we're gonna do, especially for this is important to do before putting in the data folder, because the Android 12 and 13 cannot access that folder. So we're updating the game before doing all the other steps. So let's go to DTA IMG tool, open IMG, go where the folder is of full version plus data and OBB, data, com rockstar, files, textdb, GTA 3 IMG, open. Now go to the right corner in the top, the three dots, click it. The second option in English, it will be add and replace. Click it. Now let's go back where the DFF of the car is. In the update, filter, add. Now we go to the three dots again and click and rebuild. In English, it will be rebuild. Click it. Wait a little bit. I prefer to share the DFF this way, because if I put this GTA 3 IMG in the zip file, it would be a lot bigger. So it would be longer for you to download. Okay, now the game is fully updated. We can delete this folder. Cool. Everything here in data and OBB is updated, ready to be played. But remember, if you in this folder, you don't have to change anything, because everything inside of that is already set for every GPU. But if you run Mali or PowerVR, the game is already configured, is already set to Adreno, which is JXT. If you run Mali or PowerVR, you're going to rename both of these two files. Let me get to this other app here. So you're going to get these two files here and rename from DXT to ETC for Mali and PVR for PowerVR. The same applies to this folder TXD. These are the only two folders you have to rename, okay? With that being done, we are ready to play the game. So let me close this one and let's go here. My new phone is also Adreno, although it's Android 12. So first things first, let's install this app. If you are Android 7 to 11, just install this app, put this one on the OBB and this one on data folder. The game will run perfect too. Let me show you here. In Android 12, there are three key things to make it work. So before moving the folder to OBB and the other one to data, we have to do a few steps before. So after installing the app, we're going to open it and allow permission. Okay, cool. Now the game itself is creating inside of the data of the phone two folders by itself. When you click offline, of course the game is not going to open because the files are not there. So we can close the app now, and we can see that in here there is now a folder, and the same applies in here. It's in here, okay? So these folders, these files, we are going now to copy. Do not move, because if you move, there are, I'm talking about Android 12 and 13. If we move this folder, it won't replace in there, because this folder inside of data is protected. The same applies to this, I think it's the hack folder. Yes, it's protected in there by the app. So if we move, a few files won't be moved. They won't be moved. So we have just to copy and they will go there properly. So get to copy go to data, Android data. Let's open the folder. No, I think I copied from outside. Yeah, so let's just put it here. Okay, apply to everything, replace and override everything it asks to, because we are now copying our game red set to run normally. So let me just check. 13 files here, 9 here, 93 here, and in here we have the audio, the data txb, all the files, and the adjustable. Alright, cool. Now we need the OBB. The OBB we can just copy as well. So let's just copy from here to Android, OBB, place it here. It just copies the files inside, okay, don't worry. Okay, so now we have the OBB. The game is ready to be played. Let's see if it works. Let's go to new game. It might happen for you to face a first close at the first starting, because it will create the cinfo bin file. So sometimes it might first close it, it might crash. Not here, and it didn't happen. I'm talking about Android 12, okay? 12 and 13 again, because Android 7 to 9, 7 to 11, it will run normally. So you can see here that it's working. Let me just show you the new Honda S2000. The new roads are here, new skybox, and now let's just check about the new Honda. Right here. Where is the rooftop? There it is. So here you've got the new Honda S2000 working normally and in full HD high definition. Okay, cool. It's working. So from Android 7 to 11, you can now play the game perfectly without any problem. Now, let's proceed with the installation for Android 12 and 13. The tricky part, I said, it's important for you to pay attention to this part now. So, this app is the version 2.10. It means that if we try to install the app that we brought for Android 12 and 13, this one, it won't install because this app is version 2.0. So if I try to update the app, it says it's not possible to install. In order to install this app, we have to uninstall this app. So I would tell you to rename these two folders, but it will happen the same thing. If I rename and then remove the app and install the new app, let me show you what happens. Let me show you. I wouldn't do it, but let me show you. So let me rename the folder so we can uninstall the other app without removing this folder. So now we can uninstall it without removing the data. So now we can rename it back to GTA SA. Cool. The same in here. And now we are able to install the new app right here. But pay attention that, let it verify the app, just a moment. Cool. Pay attention that this new app doesn't run the folders Pablito and Hack. It runs different settings. That's why there are 15 here instead of 13 and 12 here instead of 9. So we're going to get these 3 folders right here, and we're going to copy. Remember, you have to copy. Do not move, just copy. And we're gonna bring it to here, Rockstar, and place it here. Apply to everything and replace. Cool. Now we can delete the folder Hack and the folder Pablito. We don't need this in this new app. repeating for Android 12 and 13, we can delete them. So basically the game would be ready to be played here. We can delete this because we were using another app. So the game would be basically ready to play, just like we did with the other app, right? But when you try to start the game, it just closes. So, oh my god, what should I do now? I did the same process I did to the other app, but it didn't work. This is the trick part I told you about. Look, it doesn't start. It doesn't even start. So let's go to this tab. And why doesn't it start? Because we renamed the folder that was protected. So it's now unprotected and the game doesn't recognize it as the original folder. So let me see just one thing. I will delete this folder completely. Okay. I will delete the OBB as well because I have it backed up in download folder. So let me just take this again and copy to the version we have updated right here in data, right here. Apply and replace to everything and replace the folder hack and public. We're gonna need them in a few minutes. We can delete it. Okay, so it's set just as the folder I have just deleted in there. Okay, this is the one we want. So for now, I can delete this. And now we need the original OBB. So let's get this, copy to OBB and place it here. This is the original game. Nothing changed, just the original OBB, okay? It has everything inside. So you can see that in the data folder, there is no GTA folder, just the OBB, the original game. Now let's start the app. It has now created the internal folder, the original internal folder. And if we try offline, we're gonna see the game is working. Let me just show you. As I said before, this is the original GTA, no changes in the game. So here we have it. Now that we have it, let's quit the game. So close the game. Now we have this folder. Let's delete. No, we don't have to delete anything here. So let's just check here. Here is the game and the original folders, and we can delete this file here. We don't need it because it's from the original game. Now let's do our GTA. Right here, let's get the OBB here, copy. This is our OBB, our modded OBB. Put it here, apply and replace everything. So apply to everything and replace and overwrite everything. So now inside of the OBB, there is just the folders of our game. Let me just verify one thing. I think it didn't copy one of the things. Yeah, look, this is 111. It's 183 in there. It didn't copy the folders. That's why, because the folder of OBB in there is locked now. It's the original OBB. So let's select these two, copy from inside of the folder. Look here, it's the original, you see? Now we replace right here. Let's see if it's gonna replace. If it doesn't, we can just delete and replace. Let me see. No, it's not delete, it's not replacing because it's the original and it's protected. So let's just delete these two. Okay, deleted, go there, get the OBB of our game, our GTA, copy, and write OBB here and place it here. Okay, now it's the one we have. Cool, now let's get to the data folder and let's get from here. We're going to select every 4 files, copy. Let's go to Android data to the folder of the game, and in here we're going to paste it. Apply to everything, replace, and overwrite everything. I know it's a long tutorial, but it's important for you to understand how to install it properly. The other app, it opens on Android 12, but it closes for many times. So this app, the 2.00, is the one for Android 12 and 13. You must use this one, okay? So 15 here, 12 here. Let me just verify if it was the right count for it. 12 and 15. Yeah, correct. So now let's just check the files inside of it. Files. So we have the adjustable, the streams with 22 files, the data with only 4 files, and the TXDB with GTA 3, TXD, and the image and everything here without the info bin. Now we can open the game and it should work normally. The full version of GTA working on Android 12 and 13. Let's see, and here it is. New game. Let's just check if it's going to start normally. You're gonna realize that it has a few differences from the other one. I mean, talking about graphics, I pressed the top part of the game. As I said before, the first time it opens, it could probably first close because it's creating the info bin file, and now it's going to work. So here it is. It is darker than the other app 2.10. Now let's start the game. And now we can play it normally on Android 12 and 13. It's a little bit tricky, it's a little bit hard to make it work more than usually, but we can just make it work this way. And you're gonna have everything. Let's just get to the new Honda S2000. So there it is, the rooftop, but I want it without it. So here, let's get to it. So that's it. The game is fully working. Let me now enable neon. Let's get the pink one. Let's also enable the speedometer and the speedometer here. And the game is fully working, as you can see, with the new app, and it runs smoothly. Completely perfect. No first close, nothing going wrong. It's working normally. Perfect. Alright. So that's it. The new roads for all the seats are in here. And you can now play the game normally. There are vehicles on the road, no problem. And I removed a few things and fixed others of the game. I removed the what was it? The neon showroom. I removed it because it was causing first close in the Android 12 and 13. It was actually not causing first close, but I guess because of something I replaced, there was no floor when we were teleporting to there, so I just remove it. And now there is no neon showroom in the game, but there is a new neon gasoline, and everything else is here. All the maps, like that one in the back right there for drifting, and every other thing I showed you before is working normally. And you can see here that the buttons of the game are in the correct position for this new app. So with the speedometer, it's in the right position. That's about the adjustable CFG I told you before. And I'll leave you guys to test the game and check all the new roads by yourself. You're gonna love it because it's looking a lot more realistic, just like these ones. And you can see here on my right side that it's everything there. Okay, cool. Everything is working normally. And now I leave you to play the game on your own. I guess that everything is well explained, but if you have any doubt, you can just ask me on Telegram group, alright? So let me just close the game. And that's it, guys. This is the definitive tutorial for all versions from 7 to 11 and from 12 and 13 Android. Alright? See you guys. Bye bye.